here, 3v3, Estia Province, blue side.
Orders!
Check yourself is a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. This is the Black Templars elite scheme. Alongside, Lindonin is a Farseer support commander that fights in melee combat, lots of great buffs with some debuffs and control abilities too. And rounding off, the blue team is eM7 as a Kommando Nob, infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins range combat with a twin link shooter. Red team, couple of Tyranid players. First up is Pibb as a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt, some awesome offense and a little bit of support too. Pibb usually plays random, so he most likely did and got the Lictor Alpha. We also have Venjitron as a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling commander with great mobility, some decent offense too, begins in range combat but can get melee weapons. And rounding off the red team is Osinski as a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander, lots of great manipulation and control abilities, some decent killy offense too. Some Tzeentch worship there, infiltrating his stuff. West side then we have Force Commander versus Lictor Alpha. Looks like check yourself went for double scouts quickly to catch up this side a little bit quicker. They did get the wreck point there. Pibb doesn't want to cap, thinking he'll meet some bolter fire, but the tactical marines were not actually in play at that point. Kicking off over on the east side, Kommando Nob throws out his stun bomb, gonna get both of those Termagants. Venjitron either didn't bother to move or did not notice. Ravener Alpha and the Kommando Nob both do really good damage out of the gate. I think the Ravener Alpha is like 32 DPS piercing, Kommando Nob the same as the Tech Marine at 35 DPS. The Kommando Nob though delivers his shots in massive bursts, so he can pick your models off really quickly if he catches you in one of those bursts. Scouts with shotguns for check yourself. You might get double shotguns up against that Lictor Alpha. Spore mines on the field for Pibb, suppressing and damaging that force commander. He'll turn around and start smacking them around if he can. Bolter fire now on them. They are a tiny target though, so it's hard to hit them with bolters and stuff. 481 500 force commander chasing down some Termagants. Pibb doing well to split them, only has Toxin Saxstone on one squad, so he couldn't chain that crippling poison together. Shotgun's doing work. Try get him a bit closer to do more damage. Kraken rounds activated on the tactical marines. Not going to do anything extra to those Termagants, but they look pretty. Lictor Alpha most likely going to be seeing the feeder tendrils from this guy. Power melee weapon that heals the Lictor Alpha, but he will be forced off here. Needs to judge this right. Doesn't want to go down. It'll be a sloppy loss if he does, and he should get away fine. Yes, Scout's melee is not too great. Osinski with double heretics, one of them with aspiring champion. There is the coruscating flame from the Sword of Flame, wreathing those heretics in fire, allowing them to do damage over time to anything close by. Also gives them some damage resistance, I believe. Really cool ability. One of the few direct support buffs that Chaos has access to. 481 500 1-to-1 cap. Howling Banshees now getting involved. Lindonin might want to think about getting Spirit Stones up, trying to send them into combat with double heretics in their melee forms. Shooters DPS now coming into play. All that piercing damage on the heretics, especially that default squad with just 75 hit points per model, just melts them very, very quickly. Did they defend their power there? I think they did fully defend their power. Venjitron though has pushed through and is kind of blob capping this VP here, just asking for trouble. Shuriken Cannon is not firing. There we go. 473 500. Got the decap, almost capped it, and gets away with all of his squads intact. Just about. Look at this. Kommando Nob now has the stick bombs. Farseer pushing forward into the CSM and forces them to retreat. Meanwhile, Westside Pibb is taking that contested VP. And wow, check yourself, losing 2 tactical marines. Now has assault marines on the way. We do not have any weapons yet for the Lictor Alpha. A tunnel is found and taken down. Rangers on the field for Lindonin. Lots of Daka on the contested node. That's just holding up the blue team. He could have maybe pushed through and got a generator or two maybe, but Venjitron is right here. Does have a tunnel out there too. 434, 500, it's a double cap in fact for the red team. Blue team needing to take their natural back as a shuriken on capping duty, and Pibb has the west side locked up. He did not push forward though to bash power. Is that a mistake? Has a Ravener Brood on the field, keeping them in their melee form for now. Maybe he wants some melee synapse out in tier 2. Not sure that's the greatest idea against a Force Commander, since he has that Thunderhammer, which is just so powerful in terms of anti-melee. 405, 500. There's the Assault Marine jump, having survived that flesh hook. And Ravener Brood are going to burrow strike on that little blob of scouts, and they disrupt all of them. Really good disruption from that. Now wading in with their power melee. Tactical Marines getting involved, forcing melee combat on the Termagants, now turning to run. Assault Marines jumping back to engage the Raveners, and they do force them off. It's a decent engagement for Check Yourself. The Assault Marines really making a huge difference there. Just their tankiness to bully those Tyranids around really paid off. Lictor Alpha levels to 2, but Check Yourself will take this Western VP. 377 to 500, some Tzeentch worship. Osinski now trying to decap this contested, very, very central wreck point. Stick bombs thrown in, kill a heretic, but not a whole lot else. But did force the CSM to run away. Rangers getting shots. Those pesky energy shields are set up. The shooters need to be careful here. Termagants do a surprising amount of damage once they have their toxin sacks, especially if there's 2 of them around. Sorcerer does not have his Vestments of the Warp or his Sigil of the Rift, so he can't displace or tie up that shuriken. He has put Coruscating Flames on his heretics, and there is that Spiritual Rights heal. Very powerful heal. Gene Stealers for Pibb, did eM7 say? Oh, Gene Stealers for Venjitron over on that east side. And looks like he's getting warriors for the melee synapse. Pibb, meanwhile, has a Tyrant Guard on the field, very slowly making its way up. He's not backing off though to wait for it. He's engaging right now. There's Crippling Poison on the Assault Marines, and we do have Scything Talons. 81.25 DPS power melee, so dangerous. Also gives you the Scythe ability, which knocks back and suppresses around the Lictor Alpha, and I think that's set to be buffed, the Scythe ability. Going to do a bit more damage. There's a small amount of piercing, I believe. Oh, can't get another model off those Assault Marines. Is Pibb going to push through and go after the power? Doesn't want to push through with a Tyrant Guard, it's too risky. Doesn't push through with anything. In fact, he's got a Capillary Tower up to provide some speed to the Tyrant Guard. Meanwhile, over on the east side, Gene Stealer's getting wrecked by stuff. Was that the special shooter? No, it was not. Not sure what knocked him back. I imagine he threw some stick bombs on them. Oh, he switched to the Kaboom. Might get that shotgun up as well. Here are those Adrenal Gland Melee Synapse Warrior Brood, providing lots of bonuses, as you can see there, to surrounding melee squads, also giving them more health and heavy melee. What are these Termagants up to? Just providing some line of sight maybe. They're going to lose at least 2 generators. I think there's one. 355, 485. Kicking off on the west side. Osinski coming to support Pibb. We have a Power Fist Force Commander. Assault Marines just about getting away. They're getting their Melter Bomb, the Thunder and Lightning, to throw a Melter Bomb on the Tyrant Guard. But with a double against him and a Mark of Khorne Chaos Dreadnought from Osinski. Great choice for the Sorcerer, since he can walk out of trouble, and Demon Armor is up. And now they are bashing. Both sides getting doubled pretty much. And almost a full bash here. Venjitron struggling to push back against 2. Weird Boy on the field for eM7. Lindonin with double Warp Spiders. Double Warp Spiders are awesome if you can control them well. All that piercing damage, not to mention double Haywire Grenades, gives you some really great versatility going forward. 3818, 485. Defends with 1 gen remaining. Turret guard backing off. Ravener Brood is here. They do have their Devourers now. 22 DPS per model of piercing. Mark of Khorne Dreadnought finding some Banshees on retreat. Takes out a model and tons of health. These guys forcing melee combat a little bit late, but they can't get a model anyway. Weird Boy with Warpath getting back to a safer position. And look at this, blue team putting a couple of gens up on this contested power on the east. It often turns into quite an important power node on this map, this one. It's just out of the way enough to put generators on it and not have them bash constantly. Unlike this one here, which very rarely sees generators. 303, 485. Adrenogland Warriors smacking on the node. Here are the Gene Stealers, and look at their health now. 1470. We're at level 1.
We have 300 points remaining.
299, 485. Bit of a lull in the action of the double Warp Spiders here. Both fully upgraded with Exarch and Aspect. So they are going to be a fantastic tool. Look at the piercing DPS. Good grief. Hormigons do not want any part of that. Gene Stealers trying to get into combat. Suppressed by aiming. What's that? Now they're fighting sluggers. Adrenal Glands is popped, but that's just too much stuff for them to deal with, I think. Warrior Brood were not getting involved there. Now they are. They were busy capping. I think that was a mistake. Now it's just going to be decapped again. That was a kind of a waste of time for Venjitron. Gets away without any squad losses though. Can regroup and push, but they might lose what remains of their power here. Meanwhile, west side, Pibb has it. Turret guard backing off. Pibb transitioning mid to defend the VP. Lictor Alpha on capping duty. Levels to what? 3 has the deadly jump now. It's an awesome ability. Leap into combat. Damage and disrupt things from long range. Great initiation tool. That Khorne Dreadnought might eat double Haywires, and Haywires shut down the weapons of the unit. That's what makes them so powerful. It means that you can't attack at all. Shooter boys, or sorry, sluggers running into a Khorne Dreadnought. Bad for them, and they get absolutely decimated. Here comes Venjitron. Does he have any upgrades on the Ravener? Alpha has the Synapse Aura for damage. Can he stay close enough to those Gene Stealers for it to be affecting them? I think it's 32 range. No, radius 25, as you can see. So needs to watch that radius. I assume he got it to support the Gene Stealers, since he doesn't have any range synapse going, and down goes a Shuriken. Banshee's in a lot of trouble. Disruptive fire from the Weird Boy helps them get away, and they do get away. There is the double Haywire on the Mark of Khorne Dreadnought, but is there anything there to help take it down? There isn't, and now it's gonna go in on those Warp Spiders. Farseer has the Singing Spear, but she doesn't want to fight a melee walker 1v1, and she is in fact wiped out on retreat. This Dreadnought proving to be a huge pain in the arse, and now that Shuriken's down, he can't transition that into a Bright Lance. Check yourself. Losing his Tactical Marines along the way. Has fully upgraded Assault Marines and a Whirlwind up, hidden behind a wall there. How far can that thing fire? Can it fire to the VP from there? 264, 447. Doesn't look like it. It's not firing. There we go. Oh, it's hitting terrain. It's hitting these archers, I think. 264, 441. Check yourself. Seriously needs help. He can't push against Pibb at all, I don't think. Mark of Khorne Dreadnought in base. Gonna be warped out any moment now. There it is. And just in time too. Got hit by the double Haywires, and Aspect of Strength Howling Banshees were there waiting to pounce. Dreadnought on the way for check yourself. Tyrant Guard in trouble. He's found it. Isolate, but here come Hormigons. The Assault Marines jumping on the blob of rain stuff, and then they run away. Might see a Scout Grenade. Does he have the energy to throw it? I don't think he does. I think it's 60 energy to throw the grenade. 264, 435. Power Fist going up against the Tyrant Guard in shield wall mode. Force Corner teleporting out. Also has Artificer. Now fighting some Hormigons. Probably taking a model per hit. Dreadnought on the field for check yourself. But look at this gate usage from Lindonin coming to support. A gate is taken out, and there is Trono formation. Warp Spider's just about able to get out there, teleporting away in time. That would have been very, very bad for them if they didn't. Banshees, wow, doing superbly well against a whole bunch of stuff. Whirlwind Disruption now coming into play, and the Dreadnought marching forward, breaking through all those Tyranid capillary towers from the nuke. And there's not a whole lot that Pibb can do about this thing. Oh, and now he has a Carnifex. Could get the Venom Cannon, or just go Thorn back and go toe-to-toe with it. 264, 435. Carnifex also on the way for Venjitron. Look at eM7 floating requisition like crazy. Lindonin also floating resources like crazy. Still in tier 2 though. eM7 has a looted tank on the field. Could get some flash kits up as well. Maybe he is waiting for... Oh, did he drop a rocks? Don't think he did. There's loads of red. Not sure what he's referring to there, eM7. Oh, maybe he's referring to the Trono formation that came in a little while ago. Or was there a Imperial Abyss or something? Not sure. Oh, there's another Trono formation there. Must be referring to that. Venjitron looks like he dropped one as well. 264, 433. Yeah, eM7, as I was saying, probably going for Nob since he's not purchasing flash kits. Unless he wants double looted tanks, which wouldn't be bad. Again, that Dreadnought is teleported out of trouble by the Chaos Sorcerer. Needs repairs pretty badly though. Carnifex on the field, no upgrades yet, and Pibb also has a Venom Brood out in tier 3. Shrewd purchase. A lot of Tyranid players kind of get tunnel vision and just churn out monstrous creatures, which often works, but it's good to get a Venom Brood up. They do so much damage to vehicles. 264, 409. Kicking off over on the east side, we have a Venom Cannon Carnifex for Venjitron. Good damage to all targets with a small area of effect, though it doesn't have great accuracy versus infantry. Does hit them pretty well though, especially with the area of effect. Takes down the looted tank in quick order. Good grief. Did not last long, did it? Double tank busters on the way for eM7. I think he just purchased some more sluggers to repair the looted tank, and it's gone down. Now he has these sluggers that aren't really doing much. Genestealers survive again. Level 2, and they get away. Carnifex just ate some haywires. I think, is the Farseer going to go after it? Yes, she is. With her Singing Spear, can guide herself. I think it's around 60 DPS heavy melee, the Singing Spear. So with guide, that will take it up to almost 70. I think it's around that. I could be completely wrong. What's going on? West side, Pibb is pushed way forward. Has a Venom Cannon Carnifex of his own. And this is a dead Dreadnought, I think. Melter Bomb on the Carnifex. Needs to target the Dreadnought here. What is he up to? Why is he not targeting the Dreadnought? There we go. Having to force melee combat because the Force Commander is smacking him with the Power Fist, so he can't shoot his Venom Cannon, but down it goes eventually. Great Unclean One on the way for Osinski. Lindonin has a D Cannon. Might take it over to this west side here. 22840, and that's a 2-to-1 cap for the red team. What else do we have on the field? Still those double tank busters. Check yourself with lots of resources, but he still is in tier 2. Doesn't quite have the power to go tier 3 quite yet. Can go probably now. Carnifex being chased. There's a Melter Bomb. Is that enough to take it down? Don't think it is. No, it's 150 damage. Just survives. Oh, walked through a barrel, which actually did some damage to the Carnifex there. Now he's going to go down. Force Commander teleports in and helps finish it off. The Carnifex is lost. Great Unclean One hits the field for Osinski. And of course, the Sorcerer can push that guy into trouble and warp it out. 213408. D Cannon getting shots. He has actually kept it over on this east side for now at least. There's the Singularity. Gonna pull anything in? No. 213401. A whole bunch of Orks. Tank busters getting shots in. Another Carnifex for Pibb. Tier 3 for Check Yourself, and shots coming in on the Great Unclean One here. Cloud of Flies passively damages nearby enemy units, this guy as well. Does not have splash damage on his basic attack though. Oh, look at this, without number calling in Termagants and the Formagants for Venjitron. That's a haywire. Great Unclean One does not like that. Look at this. Pibb pushing all the way through, gets rear armor hits on the Whirlwind. Tyrant Guard doing a fantastic job. Oh no, goes into shield wall. I thought he was going to charge away. He's probably going to lose the Tyrant Guard then, yeah. But hey, did well for him. And the Carnifex is now on the field, and this is going to hold up. Check yourself. He's going to have to smack on this for a while.
200 points remaining.
And he's now looking very thin over there. Needs help badly. Lindonin needs to go over, but of course they want to protect their natural hit. Weird Boy getting shots in. 191-392 is a 2-to-1 cap for the red team. They're looking pretty dominant right now. Can the blue team come back into this? Can Check Yourself recover? Maybe with some Terminators or something. He's not far off getting them. Needs 100 power. Oh, there's an Eldritch Storm from Lindonin. Does he have something to finish off the Carnifex? The Chaos Sorcerer subjugating something there. Not sure what exactly, but the Chaos Dreadnought goes down. I think he was subjugating the Banshees briefly. 169-392. Carnifex is still there, but here are the Howling Banshees to finish it off with their spear without melee resistance on the Venom Cannon Carnifex. It goes down quite quickly. Double Tzeentch Worship there. So losses all around. Venjitron losing the Carnifex. Osinski losing the Dreadnought. Looks like Lindonin lost his D Cannon. Big engagement mid. Great Unclean One lives though. 161-392, and Check Yourself struggling to make an impact on this west side now. Has a Thornback Carnifex to deal with. If he gets a las cannon, the Lictor can just jump it. I think tanks are the answer and keep that Venom Brood tied up. Las cannon Predators. 161-384. Sluggers on Generator Burning duty, doing a good job there. We have Chaos Space Marines with Eternal War, no Aspiring Champion and no Mark. Blue team now pushing through the mid, going after the Great Unclean One here. Haywire grenades on it, being chased down by Banshees. Tank busters getting shot, shooter DPS, and here comes the Farseer. I don't think she's put guide on anything. She doesn't need to. Down goes the Great Unclean One. That thing will explode on death. You need to get the heck out of there. Shooter's getting way too close to the Great Unclean One. They might be wiped out by the explosion. Uh-oh. Smack. Looks like they just about get out of there. That was close. Just retreated in time. That would have wiped them, definitely. There's a huge amount of damage. That death explosion. Oh, look at this. Chaos Terminators for Osinski. Lindonin with a Fire Prism on the way. eM7 gets a Nob Squad on the field. And look at the amount of red eM7 has. He's going to hit 999 if he doesn't drop a nuke or something soon. Lots of red to use Frenzy on those knobs though, of course, as well. Check Yourself going for Assault Terminators. I would not have gone for that up against a Thornback Carnifex. But he can follow it up with a tank pretty soon. Somehow, Check Yourself has the west side. I think Pibb came mid to help out with that blue team push. Very surprised that Check Yourself got the west side back. So that's actually a 2-to-1. Force Corner's level 4. Lictor Alpha's level 5. Maybe he should get the Menacing Visage, or whatever it's called, that gives him Terrified, so he can just instantly force the Force Corner to retreat. Or maybe just those Assault Marines, in fact, so they can't use their Melter Bomb. There's an Orbital Bombardment. Catches the Lictor Alpha, catches the Chaos Terminators and one of the CSM, but that was it. Didn't spread it out enough. You can spread that nuke out a hell of a lot, and he should have done so there. 160-337. Orks happy to engage the Tyranids, but not for long. That was double. That was 2 Tyranid armies on him. Surprised he engaged at all. Maybe he didn't quite Couldn't quite tell what he was getting himself into there. Red team, all of them over on this west side, taking the VP back. There's the 2-1, 159, 337. Lindonin now putting pressure on this VP. We might see gates popping up soon. Maybe one kind of over here to go after the VP there. And another one on that west side. Swarmlord on the way for Venjitron. Where's that Nob squad for eM7? He is floating so much resources here and has that 2 nukes basically to use. What's this? Uh-oh. Lightning Claw Terminators for check yourself. Not going to help against the Carnifex, but against everything else, they will tear through it. Very scary for that Lictor Alpha now as well. This Carnifex is being chased down. 8 a Melter Bomb, now taking hits from the Power Fist, but able to charge out. 149, 337. Full squad are chasing it. Now taking shots though. He's still chasing it. Trying to get the flesh over steel, maybe. Not sure what he's up to. There's the flesh hook to dissuade him from chasing it any longer. And those Scything Talons now coming in with that power melee DPS. 149, 330. Assault Marines, wow, lucky to get away with that on Model Loss level 3. Swarmlord on the way also for Pibb here. Here is Venjitron, super unit for Tyranids, allows you to reinforce off it, reinforce your Tyranids that is. I think you can actually reinforce, allies can reinforce off it as well, I think. Maybe we'll see if that's the case. Also gives a speed synapse to your Tyranids, which is hugely helpful. Not bad in melee combat either, this guy. That's Frenzy up on the Nobs. Could see the Blade Flurry. 149, 324. No sign of it. He's not using it. There it is. Smack. Wow. Did so much damage to those Banshees and helps wipe out the Nobs, maybe? I think that Fire Prism shot really helped them out there. And yeah, they do get away just. Wow, Swarmlord making an instant impact over here. Now, does the Speed Synapse affect the Carnifexes? I think it does. It's the Capillary Tower Synapse speed boost thing that doesn't affect monstrous creatures. 149, 303. Sniper Scouts over here for check yourself. Lightning Claw Terminators don't really want to fight the Swarmlord. The Swarmlord has vehicle armor, and there is Leech Essence as well to drain health from nearby enemies. Lictor Alpha on capping duty. Here are the double warp spiders, and look at the damage. There's the leap though. Knows that they just used their teleport, so they couldn't teleport away from it. D-cannon over here for Lindonin. Check yourself with some Land Raider Redeemer action. Osinski has subjugated the Lightning Claw Terminators, getting them into trouble. No doubt used their teleport if it was able to be used as well. Wow, they are getting wrecked by Marco Tzeentch CSM Terminators and monstrous creatures, and they go down. Check yourself. Not having a happy time on this west side. I am surprised he's had this VP as much as he has. Turn of formation went off here, looks like. 1, 2, 3, 301. Weird Boy gets away. The Ravener Alpha with Acid Splatter and Regenerate. Land Raider Phobos on the way for Osinski. Redeemer will hit the field soon. So 1 to uncap. There's the kaboom. Smack. Wow, look at the knockback strength. That is crazy. Termagant's taken out. There's another Tron of formation. Might hit somebody. Orks, it does. Wow. Got hit by 2 spires. And hit again and again. Lictor Alpha in trouble. Warp Spiders trying to finish him off with melee, and they do so. 117, 301. Should be able to be revived from there though. It's the 1-to-1 cap, but red team will get their natural back, and Sorcerer will revive the Lictor Alpha right here, right now. Pibb has pushed through and decapped Blue's natural, so they're going to get a double, and this could be the end of it. There's an Eldritch Storm though, right on the Swarmlord, doing so much damage and shutting him down for a duration. Will he survive? The Fire Prism is going to be getting shots on it as well. Nob Squad now coming into play, tearing apart these Raveners. Thornback Conifex is there though. Ravener Brood are wiped out. There's a triple cap for the red team. Is this it? Is this the game right now? Another Ravner Brood on the way, this time for Venjitron. 75-301. Swarmlord lives. Phobos backing off. And Land Raider Edema on this west side. Gonna be a huge boon to the blue team over here. Everything can now retreat back to the Land Raider. Gives you so much presence in the field. And blue team are retaking that VP. Down goes a Weird Boy. Down goes a Thornback Carnifex. Nob squad were enough. This thing will explode, but it doesn't do any damage or anything. There you go. 44-301. Blue team are going to get a 2-1 here. eM7 with double knobs. Still has tons and tons of red. Has he dropped a Rocks? Was this a Rocks? No, that was the Orbital. I don't think he has. Don't think he has dropped the Rocks. 39-297. Red team have this VP lead, but now they have a Land Raider Edema to get through. And oh, more Assault Terminators. These guys keeping their hammers for now. But here comes that Phobos. Fantastic at dealing with large targets. Might try and push forward and get shots on the Land Raider Edema, but needs to be careful of these Assault Terminators in turn going on that Phobos. Does have the Dirge Caster, but Pibb needs support over here. Does have support from Osinski. Subjugated Vanguard veterans now jumping on the Force Commander and going after him. And I'm pretty sure subjugated units get a damage boost, and they did a lot of damage there to the Force Commander. There's the Dirge Caster. Can they focus down these Assault Terminators now? Stun is the worst enemy of Terminators. What is this? Eldritch. Wow. Really nicely placed Eldritch. Takes out the Sorcerer. A bunch of chaos stuff. But they did get away without a squad loss. I think no, does not. Oh, took down a Lictor Alpha. Not the Sorcerer there. I just saw the 30 red pop up and assumed it was a Sorcerer that went down, but it was not. Sorcerer gets away with his sneaky Tzeentch ways. Here comes a Swarmlord. Massive engagement here. Imperial Abyss on a blob of Space Marine stuff. Gonna wipe out the scouts. Yes, it does. And again, he has switched the Assault Terminators to Lightning Claws. I would have kept the Thunderhammers for that Phobos and for that Swarmlord and for any Carnifexes that might hit the field. Wow, that's a big engagement. So much fire. Swapping sides there. Venjitron's lost a lot. He's got double Termagants, and that is it. Pibb with a Doom of Malantite on the way. Look at this. Blue team have red team's natural. Can blue team do this? They have the double cap. Lindonin floating resources like absolute crazy. I don't think he has the... Oh, he does have the pop for an Avatar. He just lost something, I believe. Oh no, look. Banshees were subjugated, which momentarily took the population, I think, off Lindonin. That was weird. And they've also dropped some models, which frees up some pop. 39-235. Either way, Avatar of Cain is on the way, and we have triple knobs from eM7, and he still has a truckload of red to drop nukes aplenty. So it's going to be a challenge for red team to make this VP lead count and turn it into a win. Venjitron is down to a single Termagant brood. This is looking quite dire. We might see the blue team able to hang on here. There's the Paroxysm doing a lot of damage to those knobs. Not a lot of damage to the Land Raider though. But the Phobos is not sure what he's trying to do with this Land Raider, pushing it forward like that. Auto Cannon and the Phobos doing a lot of damage to it. Dirge Caster stunning the Vanguard veterans with a staggered jump there. And that was Spirit Leech, or I believe it's called Spirit Leech, on them to drain their energy. Wow, Assault Terminators momentarily going after the Doom Malantite. They would take it down so quickly, but the Phobos is chasing and surely will take out the Land Raider Redeemer. Where is the nuke from eM7? Down goes the Redeemer. Should not have pushed it forward like that. Overextended it, that's what you get. 33-201. eM7 with triple knobs. Where are they? There's one. The other one is hanging back for now. The other one is defending a natural VP, and it's a smart move because they only have 32 VPs. That can tick down very quickly on a double or something.
The enemy has 200 points
Nob squad
remaining.
being a real nuisance on this side. Fully upgraded as well. These guys are level 3. It's the first Nob squad that he got. Lindonin with a Seer Council and an Avatar at 98 pop.
The enemy is claiming a victory.
Has lost his Banshees. 32-180. Osinski subjugating one of those Nob squads. Bringing it into trouble, or is he just bringing them close to himself so they can start smacking on him? Might lose the Sorcerer here. Yep. 32-155. There's an Rocks finally. Is it going to finish off the Phobos? It might do so. Smack. Wow, a couple more big rocks hit it and it does go down. 32-140. Topsy-turvy game. Blue team now with a triple cap. You see the VP counter for red team flying down there. Doom of Manatite on capping duty. Getting a shot in as well. The Kommando Nob, what level is that guy? Level 10 in retreat, has the Mega Boom Kit. Improves his accessories. Level 10 Farseer, also Armored Assyrian. Level 8 Force Commander. Level 5 Lictor Alpha. Level 7 Sorcerer down. And a level 7 Ravener Alpha. Some really powerful commanders on the field here. Another Phobos on the way for Osinski. But red team
An ally has secured
looking to be in serious trouble. Blue team's armies have just exploded in this tier 3. Tyranid players got caught really badly in a few engagements, losing all of their really squishy stuff. Haven't quite had the time to recover as they would have liked. Check yourself, doing an admirable job just getting the VP when he could over here. He had very little to fight with. 32-46. There's a triple cap steal for blue team, and this could be it. 4 Nob squads on the field for eM7. Venjitron literally has nothing now, and surely this is it. This is the victory for the blue team. Avatar of Cain, where is he at? He's just sitting on red team's natural now. Trying to formation out of sheer frustration, I think. He's just going to tank it. Doesn't even teleport the warp spiders out. 30-8. And blue team take this game. What a comeback. Wow. There were 32 VPs for ages. Tyranid players, especially Venjitron, dropping all of their units. Couldn't keep that squishy stuff alive. And the monstrous creatures were just picked off. These double haywires were amazing. The warp spiders made a huge difference when they hit the field. Both level 4 doing scary amounts of piercing DPS. Farseer at level 10 must have been doing some serious damage with that singing spear. I think they get 33% more damage at level 10 in melee combat commanders. East side was decapped, but it wasn't enough for red team to come back in. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.